Okay, Justin, I'm gonna try to make this short and sweet. Let's see how I do. Um, no. Okay. As a reminder, this is my manual alignment of YouTube. Right before we talked today, I had actually gone through and fine-tuned the splits. The transcript is the exact same YouTube input that I gave you before, like word-wise. Nothing has changed. Uh, but I did find a couple of places where, like, formerly I was just matching the sentence breaks from your automated output and, like, based on the sentence time spans. Whereas this, I actually listened through the episode and, there were a few places where the end of one sentence was on the beginning of the next, or vice versa. The beginning of a sentence was on the end of the previous sentence, things like that. So anyway, I fixed all that today right before we talked, and then this is over here. This is like the 14th, so Tuesday. Yeah, this is Tuesday's output right here, and so the big thing to notice is um, like things are being deleted from the middle of sentences quite a lot, and every once in a while from the end or the very beginning, but mostly I would have to say in the middle, 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 middle. And if I just scroll down through there, you get a real feel for like a lot of things from the middle are going missing. And some things on the beginning and some things on the tail end. But if you're being strictly, if you're strictly taking only things inside of the time fences, then you would expect things that are being left out to be just outside those time fences, so just before it or uh, just after it. But here from yesterday's comparison, you're gonna see a lot of things missing from the middle. So, how did today's update improve things? Let me flip that back to yellow. Here is today. So let me seek to home. So there's things that were being omitted yesterday, and here's things that are being omitted today. Um, uh-oh. There we go. Um, oh, does high work now? Oh, high got left in now. What do you know? Amazing. Uh, I hadn't noticed that yet. Anyway, NAC is being omitted, but it's something on the end. Like you pointed out on the call, periods are getting omitted, but there's something on the end. Um, Music tokens are not a surprise to be omitted because they're likely to be outside the bounds of the sentence. If is being omitted, but it's the first word, and it's being omitted, but it's the first word. You know, music token, first word. Music token, first words. The first the is missing. This one is a surprise, but if you look over here on this side, you can see the sentence split actually put Famicom on the beginning of the next sentence. The same thing with it. Well, it's really the inverse thing. It put it on the end of the previous sentence up here. So I went ahead and lined it up with the manual, my manual split. But just to get an idea, this is where your app is actually putting the sentence split according to the timing, and the same thing over here. And you can see then, like this should be the beginning of a sentence, but the app put it up here. And uh, again, it's like Gentle doesn't know how to pronounce Famicom, so that's not a word in its pronunciation dictionary. It's not going to have good timing for it, therefore, because it doesn't know how to hear it. Um, and so you're going to get weird timing, and that's just like, it's not going to be perfect. Like, I will have to clean things up, like, even when your app does everything right. So, anyway, again, omitted music tags, not surprising, they're outside the sentence. Omitted first word, omitted first word, omitted last punctuation, omitted music tag, same thing. Omitted first word, omitted last word. Again, it's a numeral. Gentle doesn't know how to hear it. Probably not going to give you timing for that, and if it does get any timing at all, it's not going to be accurate. Uh, music tags, music tags, music tags, music tags. Missing thus, but it's the first word. Missing last word. Missing first word, music tag. End of sentence punctuation. These are kind of mysterious, where like only one of the brackets is missing off the music tag. I don't know what that's about exactly. Uh, music tag, first word, music tag, end of sentence punctuation. Anyway, you can definitely see a pattern. Like, we're not really, last word, first word. It's definitely things on the borders now. Like, the middle of the sentences is looking like way better than it used to. So I would say, if you want things to focus on, like, number one, this duplication issue uh, is a no-no. We got to get rid of that. Um, you know, these words on the borders, they got to be in either one sentence or the other, but not both. And you know, if 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 the timing on those border words is so hairy that it's like something gets put on the wrong side of the border, that's okay. I know I'm gonna have to do a little bit of cleanup, but like, frankly, even this is like, uh, I mean, you can see how often you put a sentence border like right where it was supposed to be. Like, that's the majority of the time. Like, when a yellow square is on the first character of a line, um, you got it right. So it's like every once in a while it's wrong, and every once in a while there's a deleted word. So we got to stop duplicating words that are on the borders, where sentences are very close and gentle timing is maybe a little fuzzy and bad. Fine. Um, Again, I don't mind if it gets put on the wrong side of a border. I just can't have it deleted, and I can't have it like duplicated. Um, so if we can fix those two things, I think I will be pretty happy. I'm gonna have to look more closely at what is happening with Whisper and Otter transcripts, because I know I did see a bunch of random Otter like sentence markers start to get drawn in today. And I haven't looked at that at all yet, but um, I would say definitely focus on uh, trying to not omit things and trying to not duplicate things. Yeah, I'm gonna shut this down because this is my third time trying to record, and I rambled super long the first two times, so cutting it off.